play some ambient music if anyone doesn't mind.
Okay, I am recording.
Cool. Hi everybody. It has been a second. Last time we were here, um, we were uh, just escaping the bounds of one of the Iris's homes as you were trying to get them to escape. Essentially, you required their assistance to try and to try and have someone have one of them send off the uh, bit of information over to Jay, as he is basically your contact in New Asgarath to be able to sort of investigate further what the silvery liquid is, as because he would probably have more specialized tools. You guys understood that more than likely you probably could have done it yourselves. Only key issue being, if that is the case, uh, right, you might not have like in order you would have to do that, or you would have to go on your adventures to try and get Hawthorne, and trying to do both. Your best course of action was to send it to one of your allies, which in this case would have been Jay. So after some weird shenanigans, uh, speaking with Benjamin, speaking, going through the memories, speaking with your brother, all this fun, all Ty speaking with her brother, and all of these fun escapades, you're able to finally escape. Dee, alongside with the help of the owner, one of the Irismen, the two of you together blows up this building, which causes a massive area of effect of um, not quite anti-magic. It's more so denying reality. It felt so. The best way to describe it is that once you guys had uh, vacated the premises, as the ash sort of turned to ashes, and like leveled the immediate area, you all sort of, even those who don't have like I guess you all have a magical connection, um,
Mm.
to the area. It just felt like unnerving. It felt like you don't quite know what's wrong. Nothing looks wrong, but you felt something off, almost like irradiated reality, so to speak. Um, Barring that, though, after that, the group decides to continue moving forward, trying to make their way over to the next bit of town. Um, and you decide to make camp for the night. I would say, as of right now, you are probably about a day or two out before reaching the next town. In terms of walking, you guys got relatively close as you guys immediately left, because even though technically speaking the chain doesn't you presume more than likely did some level of effect. It probably won't keep it down forever, given that more than likely it was a tendril rather than a full on uh, like the chain itself. Um, so immediately last where we left off, Ty, you had um, awakened in your dream. Um, in the stream, you're a little bit more loosely aware. As sits across you at a table, as he's just gently leaning against his arm. In the background, you can hear the light bits of rain. I'm not hilarious. It is now not acceptable. What is acceptable? Uh, can we not hear it?
I can hear the rain.
Lose?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Am I?
To lower their volume or something.
now.
Yeah, you might want to turn it up.
Uh, okay. Can everybody hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys can uh, hear in the gentle background that there's a bit of like heavy rain as you can sort of feel a little bit of hearth. You have an odd sense of hearth, Ty. You noticed in the corner of this weird jury laboratory, um, you can sort of see some level of a fireplace, even if haphazardly made, uh, gently going off in the other part of this room. Um, so Ben had just asked you if you'd be willing to share your adventure for the day. You don't inherently sense any like malice or sort of underlying tone, at least not immediately. If you feel like you want to explore more, I would need a insight check.
Oh, hang on a second.
I did, by the way, I did flashbang my, or I guess sound bang myself just because I couldn't hear it, and then I turned it up, and then it slammed at me all at once.
Hmm.
Always fun.
Okay, back. Sorry about that. I had someone at my door. I was gonna ask for an insight check.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, let me.
And then what specifically are you sort of looking for in terms of from what he just asked you?
Um, just I mean, like from her previous interaction with him, she's like, there's not necessarily like she trusts that it's a genuine question,
Hmm.
but like she knows who he is, so it's like, okay, is it? Can I trust
Yeah,
that gut feeling that there isn't a ulterior motive?
yeah, I think um that's a valid ask. So go ahead and make a roll for me. Oh yeah, with the 24, you do get a sense that he does mean it genuinely as he cares for you. But you do feel like he's sort of probing you in a way. Um Not with the intent of like to use this against you. You're not entirely certain of that. But it's not with 100% guarantee that it's like purely devoid of motive. You don't sense it's a malicious motive, but you do sense that he is trying to gauge your mm, uh, gauge your gauge you to a degree.
Okay. Then she'd like, she wouldn't be necessarily withholding things, but she'd keep like the stuff about her other party members to kind of a minimum, it's like a friendly conversation, friendly
Yeah,
summary, but like not anything that she wouldn't also offer to like a stranger on the road, that kind of thing.
yeah. You could see as you share moments with Ben, he he gives a light chuckle as you explain your story for the day, everything that happened to you at that given moment, right? The um evasion of the chains, the finding of the house, speaking to the gentleman, um learning a little bit more about the relationships between the groups. Ultimately, um you with your insight check, this is the part that freaks you out. You're not necessarily frightened, but you're sort of unnerved by his genuine interest in your stories. even if you do keep it vague and leaving out specific details, he's more so enjoying your story as if you're a librarian speaking to a group of children, right? You're the storyteller, and he's listening to you with grace and awe as you complete your story. He laughs at the terrible jokes that you attempt to make, um, and he smiles at the moments where you and Korak share a moment, and both the reassurance that you've gotten from the rest of the party, from Tulsamir and Dee and Lavender. He seems genuinely warmed by it. Um, and that's the part that sort of is unnerving for you because it is genuine. You can tell that. He doesn't immediately press the issue, so he just continues. He just continues as normal, speaking to you. So you guys essentially blew the chain up, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh, you know, I guess I just kind of miss all that dumb stuff. Uh, I, I don't know how much he's told you this, but no one was really more reckless than your little brother. Uh, Raph got into a lot of trouble back when we were kids. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, really. He likes to act all stoic and all sort of cagey. I just think that he's afraid to share his feelings sometimes. It's hard for him. I mean, not unreasonably so, for everything that he went through. But I get it. Just, I don't know. He never really talked about you very much. But I think his heart's in the right place, if you ask me. He's a good guy. Still is. Yeah. But I don't know. You guys sort of remind me of us. How do we used to do dumb things? The funniest thing, back when we were younger, when we were still building the guild, Raph, and God forbid Solomon, uh, they thought it would be pretty easy raiding one of the dreaded families. I mean, yeah, they're not necessarily the biggest names, given the fact that there are other factions here and there, but we robbed them blind. Guess how much we pulled off from that heist? Maybe
He's kind of
about
laughing at this, like, how much?
how much dumb story. And yeah, and it's like 50 gold. Yep, that's right. Basically, we raided one of their townhouses thinking that we'd come up big. We got 50 gold and a single Eldritch book of theirs. It wasn't even a good book. I'm almost fairly certain I could have written better. Uh, nice having having guests. You know.
You don't seem to get many guests, I mean.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Uh, when you're when you're doing things that I do, when you're making the choices that I have, it doesn't really open the doors to many visitors. You know. Roll me another insight check. With an 8. Yeah, so even with an 8, yeah, with an 8, essentially, you sort of see that, like, his voice wavers for a second, but what that could possibly mean, you're not entirely certain. You just know that, like, it seemed like a sad moment for him. Whether what that specifically meant for him, you're not entirely certain. But hey, it's not that bad. I can have as many sandwiches as I want. Not really many people to stop me.
I guess that's
You
true.
know,
You make a pretty good sandwich.
I do make a good sandwich. I like them.
Can I ask you
Petra,
something?
yeah, go for it.
Because I didn't exactly seek you out, so I'm kind of under the assumption that you're the one who's been inviting me here. So why me? Other than the dreads and all of that, why me specifically?
I Because I sympathized with you the most out of everyone. I didn't necessarily draw you in myself, and I don't think you did either. I think I think because your relationship to me through the dreads is the strongest, more than likely that probably led you here. Yeah. I hope you don't mind. I don't mean to um, bother you while you're taking a nap.
No, you're not bothering me. I'm not too good at the magic side of things, so despite and
Believe
she kind
me,
of just like general gestures, but like,
yeah.
no, that makes sense. Because even despite everything else I know, I relate. The details are different,
Yeah.
obviously, but it does make sense to me on some level.
Hmm. Guess too. Um, it was a bit of a surprise to me myself, finding out that well, you're the Jackal's kid of the Ascent. So, you know, just
Well, it was also a surprise to me, so.
well, yeah. But to be genuinely honest, saying that, I I guess in a way, I was hoping we could reach out at some point because listen, I'm not gonna hold it to you. I know what my old friends and mentors are saying. probably stepping too far, and everything that I've done up until now is not necessarily great. But I mean, it's I didn't I knew you were aware that I was not particularly fond of the Ascent, and I know you're aware of your relationship to its member. I guess I was sort of hoping to let you know it's not your fault. Well, all of it, any of it. Uh, I guess I just felt that my relationship with your dad is has nothing to do with you. I don't know. I feel stupid even saying this out loud, but yeah, I guess I just felt like I needed to get that off my chest.
No, I appreciate that. As I've been finding out things about my family and about myself, I feel like I don't know, like there's the baggage I don't know or expectations that I didn't exactly sign up for.
Yeah.
And it's nice to just, someone's just seeing me for me, which is nice.
I mean, since I've been made aware of you in the group, I've honestly, I can do nothing but support you guys. You guys are awesome. Every trial and tribulation, every heartache, and every triumph, it's freaking amazing. It's a lot of lesser people would have crumbled, you know. And yeah, I'm just happy for you guys. Yeah. I mean, ideally, we could get the whole entourage here to talk, but you know, I don't exactly call you here intentionally, and I don't really plan to call everyone here. What's the point of being secretive if everyone knows where you are? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would kind of advise against that at the time, but also just in fairness to you, I am letting them know about all of this.
I know. I mean, it's the only. I know. It makes sense. I don't. I don't. I didn't. I trust me. I wouldn't tell you all of this if I didn't go in understanding that well, that you would share your conversation with me. I understand. Trust me, I did the same back in the day. That that being the case, I feel like you might have some questions for me. Did you?
I do, but also like I think the one I already asked you was really the main one.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. You know. Um. You know. Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, I sort of have a proposition for you.
Okay.
Would and please by all means ask the group as well. I would be very interested if they're interested. Work with me. I mean, it's not exactly an easy stroll in the park. I'm not exactly planning a immediate revolt like Casimir did, and I don't exactly have the capacity to try to overthrow the entire thing with raw invasion force that that the Vanish did. But uh, I'm putting some things in the works to try and sort of fix things for the world, make it make it right. And I would much rather you guys stand with me if we could. I mean, if not, I totally get it. It's not. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah. I guess. I guess if you were interested, I would like to work together in the future. I think that you guys are incredibly talented people, and that I think that with your help, we could probably knock some dominoes over that should have been knocked down a very long time ago.
Well, then I've got a follow-up question to that. What
Mhm.
would be the cost?
The cost
Yeah. Like, let's say
for
hypothetical scenario, we all say yes.
Mhm.
What does that look like?
it would well, that'd be great for you to join. And if you all did say yes, we would first complete my initial plans. For very obvious reasons, I'm not going to share them all with you right away, but I do have plans in motion to sort of turn the tables on the current system. Obviously, you're aware of the Realmers as well as the Dreads, and then you yourself are Fae, right? The demons, the gods, all of it. I just need a couple things completed. That involves that involves the ascent. I'm sure the god Anokis has probably already told you that one of their numbers has vanished. Um, and to kind of do what I need to do, I would need to get the rest of them as well. Once that's the case, once I can sort of collapse the previous system, we'll we'll rebuild. It's gonna take a lot of effort and a lot of risks. But you know, who says an adventurer isn't a risk taker? I would make sure that you and your party, are well supported. I, I don't really want to see you guys hurt all that. I mean, I know it comes as a part of the territory for what we do, but still, I'd much rather prefer not to hurt you guys if it's possible. Petra says I'm a worrywart, and I guess I am. I don't know.
Well, because you still haven't quite answered my question. Because like I appreciate that you don't want us to see harm, but that implies that others will, even under this plan. It's like back when I was growing up in the Feywild under the Grand Design and all of that nonsense, but there was a big emphasis on sacrifice and noble sacrifice, and giving up some things for other things. And maybe it's still just that part in me, but I'm wondering. So then who will pay that price if we don't? In this new world order that you're proposing.
Well, it's not so much a new world order. It's more so like a system reset. Once essentially a better system can be put in place than the existing one, I let go. Um, Everyone who got hurt, who really shouldn't, won't remember it. Everyone who are bad people, well, they won't return. Simple as that. It's sort of the end goal, I guess. I'm obviously I try to avoid the lives of innocents as much as possible, but it's it's hard to be the scalpel sometimes in order to do what I need to.
So then what would the new system be? Like are you just going to put yourself where the
No,
old
no,
system was? Like what is that vision?
definitely not. No, not even me should have that kind of power. Um, sort of, sort of in a sort of a ticking clock, so to speak. I would just using the foundations of primordial beginnings, the place of where all things began through Genesis. I'll make sort of a system, an automatic system, I guess, to kind of take place where the existing order is. Sort of let it ride. Oh, power outage. Can you hear me? Muse, no.
I can still hear you.
Oh no. Okay, it looks like just Muse is out. Well, hot diggity dang.
While we're waiting on Muse to come back,
Yeah.
as you started the whole intro thing, I realized I wasn't here last section.
Oh.
So you said, so you blew up the chain, and I was like, we did what now?
Wait, you
That's
did.
right.
You did that. You did that
We
one. When
yeah,
did it happen?
Trish did blow up. Oh, Muse will be back. Muse is probably yes. You guys did blow up the chain. Not entirely. The chain is still alive, but you did blow him up.
Blew up a part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely not. It's definitely noticeable for certain. Come back.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Let's be center
Bummer
stage here.
Oh no. The main
The
voice.
trap door opens in the middle of the stage. Muse goes through. I'm like, whoops. Uh oh.
What
We'll be
I would
back
say.
with these messages.
I
PG
would say
needs.
it's the equivalent of like the one of the current actors on stage, and then one of them falls off the stage set. uh, so Rapunzel, let down your oh shit.
What is
Best way
funny
to
is
describe
that
it.
this scene is making me think of two things. One, uh, the Adventure Zone, the
Nice.
balance specifically.
Uh-huh.
Two, it's making me think of those scenes from uh what's the one with the Keyblade?
Oh, Kingdom Hearts.
Thank you. It's making me think of those scenes from Kingdom Hearts where it's like the two hooded figures talking about shit while playing chess or cards or Go or whatever.
Hopefully that's a good thing. Ideally it would be. Uh,
No, I am liking
well.
I am liking the scene. It's just I have no
Oh yeah.
re- I have no emotional reaction to the Kingdom Hearts thing. It just makes me think of that about that.
You think of it? Got it. Got it. Okay. I was like, I hope it's a good reaction. uh,
No, I am
ideal.
very much liking the scene.
Ugh, Ty was here. Damn. That being the case. Why don't we go ahead? Well, you know what? For now, I'm gonna give us like a 10-minute break just so we can try to let Ty get back online as soon as possible. So if you do need to use the restroom or get some like coffee in you, please do so.
Okay.
We'll be back in 10.
All right.
Uh, just a quick recap. Um, Obviously, I did mention it to you, Muse. So just based off of last, we hilariously left off about 20 minutes ago. Um, he explains that he just wants to put a system in place outside that. Right now, he doesn't have specifics. Or at least he doesn't share specifics if he has anything more than that. But he's he's sort of figuring he's sort of just retaining that information back.
Okay. Cause yeah, like Ty is basically in like information extraction mode. Like she's trying to get as much detail as
Yeah,
possible to take
definitely.
back to the party.
It doesn't seem like it seems he's very open from what Ty can gather right now. He is definitely one like he's not like withholding information, or at least completely. Like he's telling you exactly what his goals are, and he doesn't tell you the specifics of how he plans to sort of get it done. Just because he obviously he mentioned like, hey, I'll tell you generally what my goals are and how I plan to do it, but as for the specifics, he's sort of withholding that information as of right now.
Mm-hmm. Then because I'm trying to think of like wait or
What
like she's
else you would
also
ask?
trying to think like yeah like how could I phrase it to get something else out of it? But it's
Yeah,
also like understandable that's like not going if she's not going to say or she's not even saying yes at the moment and she's not saying no either but so
yeah.
she's not saying yes it's like completely reasonable that you wouldn't give more information but also she wants the information.
He wants the information. Yeah, I mean,
That's how that goes. I guess I mean I was about to speak for the party, but I think really I can only just speak for myself, just with my past and with, things being presented to me as like, well, you do this and everything will be better and will be right. And just believe that. But then it was not any of that, actually. It's kind of hard without specifics to give any kind of answer. But
That's fair.
I also because of that past, like I understand where you're coming from. You know, just believing that this world is messed up and it needs to change. Like completely relate to that.
I mean, uh, to be honest with you, Ty, if you guys ultimately decide, um, if you decide that you would see outside my sort of purview, I understand. I won't hold that against you. You know, um, I, I would much rather be allies if possible, but even if that's not the case, I will refuse to see you as one of my enemies. I, I don't think you deserve that.
Mm. Well, I appreciate that, and for what it's worth, I'll make your offer to the party.
Well, thank you. You can sort of see him from what you can see from his face, like even though you can't really quite like even though you're still sort of accursed that your eyes on him are not really like you see his face but you can't hold on to it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Still. Even though that's the case, you can see at this instance that there's something more he wants to say that he sort of withholds himself for a second. And he just um sort of looks contemplative. Um, as if he's going back and forth on something.
Well, anything else before I go back or leave the space or however this works?
Sorry, kind of dreads, right? I mean, they're weird.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, I'm gotten kind of attached to mine.
I'm glad. Thank you for that, by the way. You gave him you gave him a better chance than I ever could. Genuinely. Listen, I don't know. I don't know if this helps at all. If if you're still on the fence of why I do what I do, when you get a chance, look up the name Faustine Diagard. You won't find her name anywhere, any major databases or literary records, besides the ones found at the Library of the Witch or the personal records of the uh, guild halls in New Asgarath, my former guild, so to speak. Learn her story. Hers, like many others, is why I have the conviction that I do, that I believe we can only solve this one way. She and I didn't share blood, but she was my sister all the same. When you get there and ask, when you ask the Guildmaster Solomon this, please apologize to him for me. To know Faustine's story means that I'm opening up old wounds of his, deep wounds, and that by asking him, it would only cause him pain. So if you do, tell him I'm sorry. Just
Yeah, I can do that.
thank you. There's more to come in the future, and obviously, if we see each other again sometime soon, th- regardless of what you want, I may need to prepare you one way or another. In the meantime, uh, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your uh, sleep. Uh, I'll uh, I'll leave you with something when you wake up, so at the very least you can not have to wake up without something in tow. Trust me, you'll like it. But Tane,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for humoring me. I appreciate that.
No, it's surprisingly it's been no problem.
Mm, well, if you're ready to go, I think I can send you back.
All right, I'll see you later.
Um, as he sort of gets up, you can see one of the hallways that before it was still a hallway towards a um like further down a like laboratory, but he snaps his fingers and you can sort of see a magical portal start opening up where that opening originally was, and sort of you can see essentially yourself on the other side, just sort of deep asleep. As an elf who's lived for over 100 years, it's just sort of weird for you because again, you're still kind of like you've only been like sleeping for like a year at this point, and it's still
Mm-hmm.
an incredibly weird concept to you. You know, so you're kind of weirded out by the fact that you can see yourself not only asleep, but you know, the fact that you can see yourself. Take care, Ty.
I will, and you too.
Uh, he walks away. He heads down a different hall. You can sort of hear his boots like clicking against the tile floors on the ground. Um, but you yeah, you basically see the portal. It doesn't take too much to understand that this portal will send you back if you go through it. Um, but at this point, the the area is sort of just you at this stage.
All right, then she steps through.
When you wake up, Ty, as it sort of becomes from night turns to morning, um, you see on your lap. Okay, I was about to crash out. You see a small sort of um bag. It's filled with a couple more sand, and with it a note in in Benjamin's handwriting. You haven't really seen it before, but you can kind of imagine it just because the fact at the very end of it, written like from Ben, or like it's what is it signed by Ben. The note says something along the lines of, um, "Thank you, hanging out with me. It was fun. It was quite enjoyable. Um, See, hope to talk to you again soon." And then it's marked off by Ben. Um, but as letter, the letter sort of begins to start fading away back into like turning from the sheet of paper written and then completely sort of disintegrating in your hands. All you're left with is the bag with a couple sandwiches.
Well, hell yeah,
Sorry,
sandwiches.
one extra line. P.S. This is a new one. P.S. This is a different one. You haven't had this one yet. Please, I hope you like it.
She's very excited.
But that no, yeah. Try this different sandwich. Um, I use ciabatta bread. um, yeah. At this stage, the rest of the party wakes up as well. Uh, Trish, Lavender, sorry, D, Lavender, as you guys are all waking up, you see Korak has started to begun to put everyone's bags together. And Tolsimir is off to the side with Voya as they sort of um, put their bit away. Um, it seems It seems like a quiet moment. Seems relaxed. As of right now, there is nothing immediate that draws your attention. You could see the Iris member that you were escorting over to the next area. He is very much. He's been up essentially. He doesn't sleep. Very much. He made that very clear that he doesn't necessarily sleep. He just sort of enjoys watching you guys. In a very creepy fashion. Um, like, I see. You are an automaton, are you not?
That is correct.
Oh, then, I've never really seen much of, beings like you and me need really much sleep. Why is that?
Real quick, the Irish already know
Yes.
that they have dread friends, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But they don't know, but having a dread fin in of itself does not, like, necessitate sleep.
Oh no, I was just making sure they did know, so
Yes.
they didn't accidentally out themselves.
No worries.
I do not. I do not know. It has been this way ever since my dread friend has joined me.
Interesting. Question there. You said your name was D, correct?
Correct. D Vice.
D Vice. Hi. Are you associated with that of the falling Titan? Uh, the Great Open is not really one I would expect for someone of your nature. I would have I would have expected you to be like myself.
I do not know why me and my friend are together now. I am glad we are. Though it may not make sense, it has opened my worldview much wider than what it has been before.
Absolutely fascinating. Hmm. And the others, I could assume much the same.
I cannot speak exactly for them, but I believe so.
This is at this point, Trish. You notice that the other two are waking up at this point. Uh, Hi, how do you describe how you look right now?
uh, is she like she still like just woke up, right?
Yes. So this is
Okay, yeah.
everyone's sort of waking up at this point.
Okay.
Everyone's like, yeah. Basically, this is putting on your pants for the day type of waking up.
She's still like half asleep, but she's so freaking excited about the sandwiches that it's like half asleep,
Sure.
delirium excitement, just
Trish, I know you have observant and also ridiculously high perception, so I'll just give this to you. You notice that she has sandwiches in her lap.
They have returned from. They have woken up with weirder shit, so Dee's not gonna question it.
uh, let's see. Lavender, how are you feeling this morning? Share with us.
Uh, this is just after we blew something up and now we're camping out in the woods, right? Just to
Yeah,
recap.
so it's been the proper amount of time for long rest.
I guess I could take it a page out of my own book and say I'm tired, sleepy, got blown up, took some damage, covering off of that.
Oh, actually, Lavender, I do need something from you. I need you
Oh
to
no.
roll me a Constitution saving throw. Or I can say
Okay.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Let me just double check with my spreadsheet. Not spreadsheet. Pretty sure I have a okay one. Can't remember. I do not have my spreadsheet. Not a spreadsheet. +3. Okay. Not great.
That's great. With the 6. Yeah, so with the 6, um, Lavender, you start coughing violently.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I'm poisoned. Forgot.
you're not,
Not
yeah,
poison, but the virus thing.
yeah. So you start violently coughing, um, and you're not feeling great. It's at this point Ty and Dee, as well as the other rest of the members of the party, notice that you're like toppling over at this point, like you're holding yourself against the tree as you are sort of. Uh, it starts dry, but quickly starts into like a heavy phlegm type of cough. Um, as you are coughing, it actually does actually hurt you to cough. Um, yeah, you take 3. I guess we'll call this bludgeoning damage. 3 bludgeoning damage. Obviously, resistances apply if necessary, but um, as you cough into your hands, and it's the silver ichor that you were once infected with. You know it's it because it's thick and viscous. Um, as sort of you continue on, uh, you notice in your hands that it's a the more you cough, the more it just kind of falls out of you, and just a violent like sort of spit takes would be the best way to describe it. Like you're sort of regurgitating this silvery liquid. Um,
Mm. Oh dear.
and yeah, um, this goes on for like another minute or two um, before you just eventually your body calms down, and then altogether you don't feel the need to cough anymore. Um, but
Mm.
it's sort of some of it's on your hands, but most of it is on the ground at this point. Um, and you're not exactly certain what happened.
I
You don't
mean,
know the specifics, but you just know
if I
it's
were to guess, you'd probably think that something with the explosion might have rattled him enough to weaken so that the forgot what it was called, the toxin or something, took hold, a stronger hold of him, so he's gonna kind of like wipe that off with a rag and keep that rag in his pocket or something so that he doesn't accidentally spread it. And try to stay a good distance away from those of the iris that could catch it from him. So I'm like, goodness. And I guess kind of like come to terms with his more reinforced mortality now. Like, I might actually die from.
You might die.
I might and not come back.
Are you trying to hide this from the party, or is this something? Because I know, because
Um,
the party
no,
definitely
he'll
sees you
just.
coughing violently, but like whether or not they see the thing, that
I
would be up to you.
mean, right now he'll just kind of sit with it for a bit, kind of clean up. And yeah, like just sit for a bit with it and grapple with the pending doom if they don't find the cure in time. But if the party doesn't come up to him after that and check on him, then he'll probably bring it up in a couple minutes.
As the party is getting ready for the day, is there anything anyone would like to do?
Nope.
Real quick, as soon as
Mhm.
Lavender starts coughing, D is near them, rubbing gentle circles on their back.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah, Ty was
Yeah,
going to offer sandwiches, and she's like, not the time. Put some away.
Yeah, I don't want to
That's
infect
time with the
those.
sandwiches.
Doesn't look like it'll. Doesn't look good. Better
Yeah,
get this cure figured out soon, huh?
not lavender. You're lavender. D. So I guess as the coughing goes, you do see the silvery liquid that that lavender does cough up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, mhm. Is there anything you would like to say about that, D? Just because I know lavender just asked.
Sorry, I took a bite of food.
Oh,
No worries. Lavender's
how
just
good are
gonna.
you?
D is
Mark is like, well, we.
very,
Oh, go.
very worried, but also knows that right this instant, there is nothing they can do to help other than offer small comforts.
Hmm.
So D's just like, would you like me to make you some tea?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, that kind of scratched my throat, and I appreciate it.
um as uh as you guys make tea, you can see you can sort of see the gentleman from before, the Irish. He's like the Irish gentleman that you had saved from the previous from his home. He's like, "Oof, that does not look good. I do hope you do get better soon."
Oh yeah, same. Also stay away from me for your
Why?
own
Is it
good.
contagious?
Yes, and it's fatal. So till we figure out how to cure it, yeah, don't touch any of the things that come in contact with me.
Oh
I'll
dear.
inch away a bit. Yeah, you go over there. I have to go into quarantine. These guys are immune to it, though. They have antibodies of some sort.
Would
But
you
yeah,
mind
don't.
if I dissected you once you die? I will pay you handsomely.
You'll die. And
Yes, I quite imagine. But
uh,
every good disease requires extensive studying.
um, I mean, if I do perish, I guess it could be good to, yeah, to have that studied, and maybe after that you could find a cure and help towards that. So sure, but only for if I die to the toxin, not for like other.
So, are you willing to sell me your corpse? I will pay you.
Um, only for this specific. If I die to other means, then don't.
Hmm. Hmm. You can see
A
him scratching his chin.
conditional studying of.
Very well, I agree to those terms.
All right,
He'll go
cool.
ahead and
Don't shake my hand. Just he nods. All right, cool. Verbal agreement. Yep.
and then you can see him pull out a pouch. Um, he's going to give you. He's gonna give you 60 pieces of gold. He's
Cool.
like, cool. I much appreciate it. I do rather hope, for both our sakes, that we can investigate this further.
Mm, mm.
Uh, that being the case, if you do want to have this sample delivered over to your friend in the New Asgrath, we do, I believe, need to get it going as soon as possible.
All right, cool. You go do that.
Perfect. Once we're all set, let's head off for the day. You can see him sort of overly chipper. The members of the Oculus, and especially that of the Iris, have never sort of been kosher, so to speak. They've never really been consistent, like at least in terms of like normal, um, how normal people sort of act. Uh, they're sort of like mechanical. I mean, not sort of, pretty much mechanical. Um, to a large degree, depending on who you talk to. But um, as you guys, get ready for the day, um, you do set out, start heading off to the next town. Um, he sort of probes you folks just a little bit. He's just curious. Obviously, the information that he's questioning about is information that was already revealed to everyone. Like, for instance, the fact that you guys took down the Scholar of Rot, and then you guys fought a bunch of Sanaka demons at the Battle of. Sorry, at the Battle of Mount Kilaneru. Um, That's essentially what was found out to be a former Miracle's home, which honestly surprised them. He's sort of interested in more so in a clinical manner. So he's asking like for details about your actions and what you guys did and all that fun stuff. But you kind of gather it's less about payment or resource and more about entertainment. He seems to be the type to ask you these things not because he's going to try to use it, but because he genuinely seems like he's collecting your story and your perspective. Um, and you there, Reaper. So what exactly caused you to join them in their endeavors?
Uh, a common goal. We're all kind of looking for their missing party member, or yeah, just checking on them because it went missing-ish. So we're just doing
Very,
that.
huh, very interesting. Common goals. What, pray tell, would a Reaper have for an adventurer?
Just Just had a question to ask him. Reaper business.
I can't quite. I never quite understood you Reapers, and to be genuinely honest, I always found death to be rather tiresome. Always good information tends to die out, but all right. If you believe it's beyond my means, I understand. Hmm. Still, though, it's rather curious your group. Never before have I seen so many dreads so different from each other gathering in one place that wasn't for a major event. Quite rather interesting. The fact of the matter is, to my eyes, you all seem incredibly close. More so than just a proximity matter. Hmm. Except for you, obviously, Mr. Reaper.
Oh,
Uh,
thanks, I guess.
hmm. Not take
Way
it.
to put a damper on that. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I did come in later.
And you get the feeling that for the next day or two or so, you do notice that this is sort of his level of like conversation. Uh,
Well,
he
after
he's
a while,
very. You
if
see,
I
like the
get
questions. It's yeah. Go ahead.
if I get too bothered by him and he tries, like, I also get like a little pull or something to make sure he keeps his distance. But if I get too bothered by him, because I feel, I'm like, all right, that one I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. For the next few days, you both can see that that Lavender is like, ideally, I would not have to deal with this conversation again,
He's
which is perfectly
questioning
valid.
us.
Hmm. There's no attempt at seeming like a malice intent for his questioning, but it does get rather oddly personal at times, or rather well, it's not exactly a black or white answer, right? It's always nuanced, but the way he asks just makes it so matter of fact. And it can be very jarring for the group, even to some of them who doesn't really typically understand social norms. Um, One time, he during these 2-day trip, he would straight up ask, "So why does so why did the Lord of Liars abandon the masked one?" And he's referring to Iam. And then Ty, you can sort of feel with deep within you like a shudder of like embarrassment and anguish just within you, just from Iam. They don't say anything, but they're like obviously embarrassed. Um, and it's just questions like that for like the next 2 days. Um, Actually, everyone roll me. Oh, let's see. What would a patience meter be?
Wisdom usually, but
Wisdom, yeah.
I'm gonna make a character choice and say Lavender's gonna start charging him after like 5 questions.
Yeah,
Five
everyone make
questions per day.
me.
He gets 5 a day, and like after that, he has to pay for them a gold each.
I feel like
And it's funny. He starts paying.
eh,
Oh man!
Uh,
All right then, give me the money.
yeah.
I feel like
What
I'll
were we
put
gonna
patience
it
say,
towards
Trish?
should
my
be performance.
my funeral.
No, that's true. You know what? Guess so for you guys, I'm gonna let you guys choose either a general wisdom check, or if you prefer to performance to see if you could like sort of act your way out of act your way to looking normal or treating it with grace. Oof.
No.
Trish does not go well for
Damn.
you. Ty, was this performance?
Yeah, that was performance.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Ty, then. Given since you did performance, is Ty actually patient right now, or was this also bothering her and that she's just playing the part?
It was bothering her, yeah. So she like
Okay,
just putting the mask on.
fair enough. All right, Lavender. I need you to make a roll as well.
I thought I'm making the character choice. I give him 5 questions, and that's it.
You know what? Let me
I'm
roll for it. Let's see how many additional questions he has for you a day. So he has
5 questions a
10.
day, and then after that, charge
Yeah.
him.
Let's.
He didn't outright say it, but like after the 5th question, all right, that's it. Pay for that one. Pay for more.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's really not bad. You gain an additional 21 pieces of gold. Uh,
Nice. This is
so he is because
the kind of business they're
when
running.
you yeah he does so this is for the over the 2 days so
Yeah.
he does actually like so he the first day he asked you an additional 12 questions and then the second day he only asked you 9 so
He's like,
therefore
Lavender is surprised that he actually picked up. I do have. All right.
yeah
I guess I'll answer some of them.
so he's like here pay here's money take answer question um
Like something like it's like, oh, okay, if you want my measurements, you got to pay for that kind of. He hands it over. I'm like, all right, I am a size 7.
uh D, what role was that for you? Was that patience or was that
That was
performance?
wisdom. Even if it was patience, that would have still been a 9. Even if that was performance, that would have still been a 9.
All right, Trish, explain to us how D is feeling over these 2 days.
Uh, okay, so he keeps asking questions and asking D, and eventually D gets to the point where they're in the mindset of they're just a child in a while loop, and so D is like, "Would you like to play a game? How about hearing a story that my mom used to tell me? You know, I heard there was
Fantastic.
a legend, huh?"
Oh, fantastic. I would love so. Would love to hear your story.
Yeah, basically divert attention.
Yeah. And I think when D does this, it goes well until the story starts to run out, uh, and then immediately the second like D starts to notice that the story's almost over, uh, and then they're like, oh, oh, sorry about that hiccup. And they're like, oh no, I've ran out of questions, I've ran out of story to tell, and then they immediately go back to what they were doing. Um, but unfortunately, after these next few days, you're sort of grateful as you do eventually make it into the next town over, which is significantly less dense, even after escaping the area where the chain once was that you nuked. You do eventually successfully make it over to the new place where he could safely be escorted out off the premises. So, um, now that you guys are here, there's a few things that you guys still need to do. Obviously, for one, um, if you to see or ask any last questions of the Iris member before you see him off, as this is the only Iris member within these little town borders. Um, and two, anything you need to do at this town before you like finish up. I know it's within these 3 towned areas that well, sorry, not. It's within the border wall of the uh, our channel. No, not our channel. Where is it? Yeah, so in the VC chat, um, you'll see um, where the 3 towned off section, the 3 encircled towns are. But within this area, you know roughly that the chain is heavily dense here. So you know something might be able to clue you in moving forward. You don't actually have any specifics, but to look for any clues, this might be a place to start, given the fact that there's only three towns within the area. Is there anything that people would like to do now that we are currently here?
Hmm. Oh, real quick, zoned.
Hmm.
I do have to go in about 30 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah. Let's try and we'll try and wrap up within that time frame then. Is there anyone that anyone would like to share anything with the group? Obviously, this is a perfect time to do so. Uh, please speak up now if you would like to speak as a party.
Oh, what? Quick question.
Hmm.
While we were traveling, could D make a alchemy check?
So within the time frame you had, you were relatively undisturbed. You happen to guess that the events that took place outside of the northern gate of the original town where you found the Iris's home. Once you nuked that area, whatever it was, it didn't completely send the chain away, but it did definitely it did probably like sort of uh
Weaken it?
not startle it. Yeah, not yeah, yeah. You're right track. I don't think weaken's the immediate word, but it definitely like
Caught it off guard?
knocked it out or caught it off guard. Yeah, that probably so it's not completely squared off. Um, so it was definitely very much like surprised by that action. So therefore, whatever the feelings just all around in general, while it's still technically really dense, it's not as organized as it was previously. Uh, Hi, Lavender. Is there anything you would like to do or say with either each other or within any of the areas within this section? So, if you look back in VC chat, you're currently on the top left in the circle. You've just made it to this area.
Quite. Not really. Yes.
Okay. Hi, is there anything you wanted to share with the party, or is there anything you would like to do in general?
I think if he hasn't had like a moment to like share what happened with the like dream situation and all of that, she would probably do that.
Um, by all means, go right ahead.
Okay, so
So,
she shares all of that and then kind of like ends it with like the offer. Like he
yeah.
apparently he doesn't want to be our enemy, but at the same time, I like I sympathize. It's strange. I sympathize, but I don't like it. It's like he's very childish somehow. That like just saying, okay, I will stop all the bad guys and make a better world, world for the new guy. Like, yeah, we all want that, obviously, but what he's doing to achieve that, or what's implied he's doing to achieve that, I don't agree.
I've never been as involved. I just always think of what this game's theme song is.
This is actually a perfect theme song. I realized this and I freaking love it. But anyways, Lavender D. As you guys are conferring with Ty, and Ty is sharing her opinions on everything that she's experienced over um, a couple nights ago. Please feel free to share your thoughts.
He sounds like one of the children from the orphanage. Convinced this
Yeah, it's
week.
just a very, yeah, it's just a very childlike view. Like, I don't think he's incorrect exactly, but it's very lacking in detail and nuance, I guess.
Very narrow point of view.
Hmm.
How does Lavender feel? Do we lose Zai? We might have lost Zai. Zai, are you asleep? Lavender, don't go back to bed.
Silent! You'll be back.
What?
There we go.
Whoa.
Uh,
What was the thing you
Lavender.
gave my opinion on? What? Whoa.
Yeah,
Lavender
yes.
taking a bad rest.
Sorry, we're almost done. We'll get it going. Ty shares their opinions on the matter. Well, Ty is sharing what she experienced a couple nights previously with Ben in her dream, and she shares the offer as well as Dee and Ty are sharing their opinions on just in general.
I kind of forgot. Did he explain why he had this poison toxic thing in place?
Did No, I don't believe he explained that specifically.
Oh, we
Just
don't
that
even
he, yeah. So,
know.
but it's more so his conversation with Ty about ultimate goals and his plans.
Well, okay. These guys, I just don't have the best. You know, there's always a time where someone thinks that they could ascend to godhood or do these kinds of feats where they can change the way the world works, and they don't always, uh, they never really end out. Everyone involved ends up terrible for a cause that they haven't thought it truly disillusioned by. It's a form of hope. They hope that they could make the world better because if it's like their hope could be. Yeah, it
I
seems.
think you're cutting out. You were a robot
Oh
for a little
no,
bit.
there. My mom's also here. It was basically Lavender's like, hey, it sounds like he's familiar with this kind of uh, mindset that could change the world in something. Better or worse doesn't really matter as long as it's their idea and dangerous thinking. I like it, and I don't know if he really meant to extend it to me as well, seeing as I'm dying. But I don't think it would be a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Work with someone that led on by us. He kept avoiding the answer of what would the cost. And usually the answer to that for those kinds of people, whatever.
point. Hmm.
I would offer set up for me though. Consider it with a healthy dose of skepticism. And coming from me, you know, the most person here, I feel like that's all saying a lot.
Yeah, just it feels like he's got a, like he has a vision, but he hasn't thought it all the way through. It's just like, wouldn't it be nice if, fill in the blank. But yeah, just wanted to keep you guys up to date. But I mean, the sandwiches are still good though. I cannot complain about the sandwiches.
Check poisoned.
Definitely not poisoned.
Does anyone want to do a medicine check on the sandwiches?
Go there. From him.
If you're curious, please please be welcome to do a medicine.
Ty's like, I can totally taste medicine or not medicine or poison, and she just has eaten it.
Well, I don't know if I can really believe you, as you are a Leviathan who has eaten many, many strange things and did not suffer any consequences for those. So I'm gonna go and investigate this thing.
You
Go
did
for
eat
it.
part of the chained ones and are still alive.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is fair.
Yeah, with a 22, you're so sure. You're so absolutely sure. Here's the thing: you double, triple, quadruple check the sandwiches. You're expecting something horrible to come from this sandwich. Um, so much so that you deconstruct the sandwich entirely, like placing the top bun, the lettuce, the tomatoes,
Yeah, I
the
take like a
onions,
piece of
all.
all things. I take like a little bite to test out with my little or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Um, the only thing that you gather is that damn, these tomatoes are actually pretty good. Um, yeah. So you basically Kai's entire sandwich is like in pieces next to itself.
I mean, no,
Um,
I would take like, of course, she already ate it. Like, okay, if anyone's gonna eat a poison sandwich and be fine, it'd probably be her. So I'm just taking like a section off, test that, to make sure other things.
yeah. Still though, even after doing so, it's just a sandwich.
All right, cool.
Uh,
All right,
a
the
mighty
results
fine
are
sandwich.
is
But a
that this
sandwich.
guy should have opened up a sandwich shop instead of trying to play more the world.
Should have opened the sandwich shop, but the breaks them sometimes. Um, After some deliberation and some interesting investigations of a sandwich, you all sort of see a pause as you just hear a deep sigh. You look over and you see your paladin Tulsimir. He wants to be here, but in his eyes, you can sort of see they've been distant now for a while. Someone roll an insight check really quickly. Doesn't matter who, just someone.
I guess.
I have 6.
For my insight. Pretty sure my insight's like +10.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
I should
multiple people can do it.
I should also probably
Multiple
Yeah.
people.
I'll let you handle that one then. Mine's 6.
The +6 or just 6?
+6.
Oh,
If
that's not bad
Lavender
actually.
got a 10, then I'll leave it to Lavender.
Sure.
5 plus.
Okay. Lavender, did you also? No, Lavender, do you still want to roll as well?
Yeah. Oh, plus 10.
Yeah.
Illness.
I mean, D, Lavender, you both immediately pick up on this. Tolshamir seems tired. It seems like for a while now, all of this deliberation between eldritch gods and monsters and, you know, the fate of the world, all of this, all of this seemed a lie. And he was forcing himself, it seemed, to be with the party, because of the favor that you assisted him, allowing him to avenge the forest creatures who fought and lost against the Scholar of Rot. Um, but in doing so, in staying here, he's really more so burned out. Of course, he would love to be there to see Hawthorne off, but he's tired. As you guys sort of look and you notice him notice you, um, he shares his feelings as such, and he seems to be at a crossroads. He explains that he still wants to be here, still wants to be a part of this with you, is to help you see your journeys through, to see Hawthorne. But the look in his eyes and tell a different story, and he doesn't know what to do. He says as much, and he says, "Sorry, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I apologize."
He, put, he places a hand on Tolsmir's shoulder. If you do not wish to stay, then don't. You are needed elsewhere. And just because we leave each other today does not mean that we will never see each other again. We will continue on this
Thank you, my
journey.
friend.
We will continue on this journey, but you must continue on your own.
He looks at you, D, because right now, the iris worker is not quite left yet himself. He's still waiting for someone to essentially he's quote unquote at the pickup station area, waiting for the next cart out. Um, and as you guys deliberate, um, he sort of hesitates for a moment, looking at you guys. Hi, Lavender. What about you guys? What should I do?
I agree with Dee. You've got something that you need to do, and you can always catch back up, right?
He looks over to you, Lavender. Just looking at the newest member of his group, of the group here. For the, for one of the few times looking for advice, not his own.
Well, I think you'd have a better idea of what you need to do than the rest of us. Not from what I hear, you were set out on a journey of your own and joined with them as your goals aligned and your purpose need you elsewhere, then follow it for one of the more friendly person I know of. So, wherever you think you need to should.
I think I think I need to go home and see my wife. Mm,
I miss my wife too.
Tired.
I was gonna say.
uh, yeah. Um, he looks at you guys. He first goes over to Dee and Ty, two of the people he's been with for very long times. Instead of just a simple like nod or a wave goodbye, he brings you both in a very deep embrace of a hug. Um, People he considers family. Korak from behind, uh, he grabs Tolsimir deeply as all of your bones and or metal starts to crack a little bit from Korak's grip. But it's like, oh, I'll miss you too, big guy. And he slaps his shoulder. But for a minute, you can feel the hearth and a little bit of sadness within him. Um, and he looks within himself and he looks at the party. I don't know if I could fully get out of this. Not with, not with Becca still asleep. I mean, even if I leave, they might still follow me. He looks at the spear that he holds in his hands. That's dormant, but it is Deca manifested to a degree. Um, and he's sort of contemplating. He feels bad about leaving Deca behind, but he knows that if he does not leave it behind, he can never fully, truly separate from the group. Um, and you can see with this whole event, and he's like, "Man, I hate cosmic bullcrap." Um, Someone want to make a insight check, please?
I shall make another insight check.
Please do.
Damn it, I meant to. I would not have passed anyway. That would be a 9.
Okay. Uh,
We hear with the
so
nines.
this both Dee and Trish, Dee and Ty. None of you are really just like you both are solemn for a moment as you understand that this is not quite a possibility. Lavender, you sort of understand what has to come next. Dee or Ty may not quite understand this, but even though you're not a dread, you do know that the only true way for Tolstoy to be able to head off on his own is to be separate from Decca. In other words, Decca, who he holds in his hands, needs to part ways with Tolstoy. Um, that's the only real way that it can be separate. And although it's been incredibly difficult to do so, that's the whole reason why you would chase after. That's why the party chased after the relentless beast, is to be able to find such a methodology. Truth be told, it might be possible to not say break off Decca from Tulsimir, not in the same manner that it was with Gore and Korak, but more so just passing along ownership, so to speak. It might be possible with enough effort and collaboration. It, but it's not a guarantee. However, this would be the only accurate way that Lavender would know of that would sort of bypass removing the dreads entirely. Uh, you, yeah, this is the only thing that you're able to think of.
I'm confused about how I got that from inside. Like, oh, I guess that's dread thing. Um,
You've been around a long time.
yeah,
Is my answer.
I guess. Uh, well, I mean, so we're supposed, in short, Solsimir has to give Decca to someone to separate it from himself so that he can go home safely without bringing, like, something that would track back this type of world
That's correct.
to harm them. And we can do that?
It wouldn't be easy. It would require a collaborative effort of a mediary, Tolsamir, and whoever will be inheriting this. And it will be especially harder the more in tune they are with their own, with the ones that they have now.
Strangely enough, because I am type of druid that I am, like, thematically, I also don't have a dread. But that I have no. Lavender has no connection to this deck. Doesn't even know who they are, really. I seems like that would be too much. We'd have 3, but if you could handle it, shrug. So who would? I guess Lavender would probably just ask, like, who was he considering? Since he can't bring Deca with him, who would he want to leave with them?
Well, Tolstoy never specified. He just mentioned he would like it. He would like Deca to be protected by the party. He's never really
Yeah.
specified any particular individual. He just knows that he can trust the party itself. That information, though, is the only thing that's sort of stopping him from going home. Is the knowledge that he cannot quite part ways with Deca. Um, you are the only one who knows that, but essentially, you would.
Okay.
It didn't matter who you send it to. You would just need to give it to someone.
I
So
guess
either
Lavender would just tell the party, hey, this is how you can separate it from Tulsa. But it's a little difficult because of pre-existing dreads and your own connections. So, what do you think?
Silently, D thinks to thinks to Abby. Hey Abby, do you think
yeah,
you do you think you and Decca would get along well enough?
I never really had a problem, with that corruption guy. I mean, he's sort of boisterous, but no, I don't see any issues. Why?
Pulsamir needs to leave, but he can't take Decca. Ty already has 2 dreads, and Korak is so in tune with Vor, I doubt that would balance out well. You and I, while we are close, we are not as in tuned as the others, and should Lavender not desire to take on this responsibility, I was thinking about seeing if you would be okay with Decca joining us.
Ooh. Well, mm, I mean,
I will not
I
force
wouldn't mind a roommate.
you.
Sorry, what were you saying, Trish?
Oh, Dee was just going to say, I will not force you to do anything you do not wish.
Gotcha. And you can sort of see her because she doesn't seem against the idea. That's why she's humoring the conversation to begin with. And she's like, I wouldn't mind a roommate. I mean, looking at Ty, she seems like she's having fun over there. Of course, one of them always likes to set things on fire, and the other one has a weird complex going on there. But
Has a crisis right now.
yeah, I mean, Deca seemed cool back when he was away. It's like having a roommate that's sleeping all the time, so it's not that bad, right? I mean, look, well, Deca's not even awake to really argue with us, so it's not like he has a chance to state his case. But yeah, yeah, I could do it. Sounds fine. Are you?
I think I would be willing to have one more person
Hmm.
in our little headspace party.
You know something, D? This is why I like you. I think that's why I was drawn to you. You got a big heart.
Thank you, Abby. I like you too.
Oh, don't start, you big softy. You might actually make me start crying. All right. Well, I mean, I'm not very knowledgeable of this more so than anyone else. How do we do this?
First, first, Dee does the the party is like discussing amongst themselves, and then Dee just suddenly starts chuckling, and they're like, "What?" Or I imagine they're like, "What?" And Dee is like, "Lavender, I know you are not a permanent part of this party, but if Tulsamir trusts you and you believe you are up to it, you can try, uh, okay, you can try joining hands with Decca. But if you do not wish to, or if Tulsamir, or if you, Tulsamir, do not wish for Lavender to be the one to take Decca, Abby has a
Samir
plan."
speaks up really quickly. He puts his hand on either, and it's like Lavender has been a part of this group long enough. I think they've earned the right to be considered as well. But whoever
I'm
picks it,
also dying,
I trust you.
so I don't know if me possibly dying has anything to do with this. Uh, you might have to jump ownership anyway.
Wait,
Uh, someone roll me
wait,
Arcana.
wait. I was about to say,
Me,
wait.
yeah, I'm about to perish if
No,
we don't cure me.
no,
So
Lavender or Zai. Aren't we immune because of the Dread Friends?
Oh,
I was gonna
hey,
say. I was gonna
wait a
say.
minute.
I was
We
like, I
might.
was also
We
wondering too.
could.
I'm like, you could
We
mention
could
it just
just,
to you guys.
like, hey,
Yeah,
Oh,
since Lavender doesn't know about Decca's deal, like Decca could just eat
D, you
that.
were 100% correct. Yeah, you guys are
oh.
immune because yeah. Uh,
So I
so it's
guess
up to
I'll
you because it's really up to
emergency
Lavender
headspace
whether or
friend.
not. Yeah, it's really up to Lavender to decide whether or not
Oh,
if this
hey,
is a cure
actually,
that he wants
you know
or
what?
if
You're
this is
right.
yeah.
Yeah, like, hey,
Or if you
hey,
just want to
hey,
wait for a
Lavender,
cure.
Lavender, listen, listen.
I mean, I would also like to not die. That'd be pretty cool.
This could solve that, actually.
And thematically, it makes sense. I'm like, decay spores and stuff.
Yeah,
That
Guys will
is,
get along great.
raw.
Lavender's
Maybe.
yeah. Lavender says, "I am dying," and something kind of just clicks in Dee's head, and they're like,
He's like, you're
"Holy
right.
shit!
You are
Yeah.
dying.
Wait, okay, Lavender,
And then
you're
Ty, like a
taking
second
Deca.
later, is like,
You're
hold on,
taking
hold on.
Deca.
Yeah,
If it doesn't,
we all have the same
if it
realization.
doesn't work, Deca, I will take on Deca. But there is a chance we might be able to buy you time."
Nice. I got 60 gold for free and I'm not gonna die from this.
Yeah. The only caveat, and Tosamir would look back to you, Lavender. The only caveat about this, Lav, is that you'd be caught up in the mess that Ben started instead of me. Are you okay with that?
Brother, I'm dying from the whole Ben thing. I think I'm involved enough. I'm as
True, but this will
involved as I
be
could be. I'm a potential victim. I'm involved, and I would like to not be a victim. And if that means being an adversary, then that's fine. I'm willing to accept that.
He puts his hand on your shoulders, Lavender, gently. He tells you,
Cough. I cough.
"You're you are incredibly brave, my friend, and I admire that about you."
Question your perception of me. Did you not see me running those other times? Well, to
He
each their
chuckles.
own. Maybe get your eyes checked. Find your wife. Get some glasses.
Maybe I will. Maybe that's what I'll do when I go home. Settle down, become an optometrist. That sounds kind of
What?
interesting.
That's not.
Your wife will be surprised by Voya.
Yes, you are.
Well, my wife will be surprised that I'm alive, actually. It's
Fair enough.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did mention that.
it's been about 6 years since I last saw her, and the last time I saw her was before I went off to war.
Well,
Maybe I have some explaining to do when I get home.
yeah.
Hopefully it works out. Hopefully.
Bolsomir is returning home with stories to tell, a Pegasus, and an armored owl.
That being the case, in order to do this, I need all the current participants. So I guess technically that's Lavender and Tulsamir. So they both. This is going to require. Let me see really quickly. It's going to require the highest level spell slot of both participants. For Tulsamir, I believe that is a level 4 spell slot, and then what is that, level 6 or 7 for you, Lavender?
I think it's 7. Just fine.
7? Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'll be a level 7 and a level 4 spell slot between the two of you. It's proportional the way it works, just because it's based off of you yourself. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do to make this work. We're gonna basically do 2 checks essentially. Um, because it's yourself, it actually will be easier
Self?
than if you did it for you're doing it for yourself essentially, because
Oh, for
rather than
myself.
rather than you're transferring Deca from like one person to another and you're being the intermediary, you're transferring Deca to yourself in this particular case, and that's usually easier because you understand yourself a little better than it's like basically understanding your
Yeah.
own body versus understanding a foreign body, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the DC here is still relatively high, but it will be an Arcana check of
Is
about
it offset by
DC.
the thing I use? Spell slot or?
No, so it requires to activate it. So it's Um, I'll say for this because technically I'm also well, Tulsimir is also participating. I will give you advantage here.
Okay.
So your DC you have to beat is a 19.
Well, I'm not
Arcana.
gonna get it. I do not have good Arcana, but I will try it anyway. I'm gonna
We
do
can
it
try
this way.
again. 19. Yeah. Oh wow. I like Arcana. Uh, does anyone
I
have
was.
any
I'm
bonuses
pretty
that they
sure.
want to grant onto Lavender right now? I will go ahead and
Uh,
accept.
D can D can assist Lavender because I have proficiency in Arcana.
Ty, do you have perfect?
Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, I was gonna
What?
say, can I throw a bardic inspiration on that?
Yeah,
And
yeah, go for it.
I
Also, remember you have advantage here.
and also you
Okay,
can
so
add
what's the Bardic
4.
Inspiration?
At her current level,
Oh,
that's
4?
a D10.
Please
Oh,
add both. Whatever both is, add both.
Yeah, roll a D10
1d10.
and yeah, and whatever you get,
And
that'll
add
be
that
added on
to
top
it.
of it. Yep.
Plus the 4 from D. So 6 total in addition to the other 2 I just rolled.
So yeah, so 21 in
20.
total. That's yeah, that does indeed succeed. It takes about an hour to complete, as Tolsimir, as you transfer from Tolsimir over to yourself. Um, you feel weird immediately, even though you've already seen like the dreads before. It's sort of even clearer now than it was previously. Um, you try to reach out mentally to the person inside, to Dekka, so to speak, as Tolsimir passes off Dekka's spear over to you, but it's quiet. You know it was successful. You were able to figure that out, but it just feels weird. Lavender, go ahead and make sure you attune to this. So you are technically attuned to this item. Uh,
Oh, it takes an
but
attunement slot.
yes. So Tolsimir sort of feels weird. He looks at you all and he smiles. Thank you. And he looks down in his hands and he feels that felt good, I think. It feels like a heavy weight off my shoulders. And if I may, Lavender, uh, he opens up for a hug.
Oh, yes. Lavender will give him a hug. Well, first maybe like make sure that I don't have any of the other things on me. Well, actually, I think he'd be fine. Give him a
Regardless,
hug.
yeah. He gives you he gives you a very good hug. And he lets go. Thank you for taking this burden from me. I don't know what awaits you next. I hope everything goes well for you and you and the rest of the folks. I won't be there for the party. Would you do me a favor, Lavender? Would you watch over them in my stead?
I will try my best. I probably won't do it as efficiently as you, but I'll do what I can.
I don't know. I think you're up for the task.
I don't know about that. I literally died. So,
Haven't we all?
well, no.
He looks at the party. He goes over with Voya as he uh, sort of trots as they trot down the little area. He spends a couple coins for him and the uh, Iris Iris individual, and he looks back at the party and nods. you can see the Iris man, the Iris Dread look back at you. Well, it was fun journeying with you folks. Uh, don't worry, I have this fine, strong gentleman with me right here to keep an eye on everything. Um, Tolsimir hops on Savoya one last time. By the way, as the power transfers away from Tolsimir to Lavender, Voya's wings do shrink back to that of a regular horse.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
was wondering about it.
as
I'm like, oh, there's no longer a Pegasus. That's where
Yeah,
he got the
because it was
power. Yeah,
originally
cool.
from because of Deca. Um, and he's like, "That's okay. That's okay, girl." He pats her on the chest. Uh, you didn't need it anyways. You were always special to me. He looks at the party. Love you guys. Thank you for this journey. Have a good one, guys.
Have a good life.
It won't be that long. I'll see you guys maybe in the future. We'll see. He nods over to you guys, gives a smile. As uh, the card starts to go away, you can see the Iris Dread look back at you fairly well. Um, and sort of the group remains quiet for the next few minutes or so as they watch as their friend departs finally. Um, for the first, maybe the last, but ideally not time. Still, with the departure of your friend, there's a hole in your hearts. You're not exactly upset, but it does hurt because this is someone you loved. This is family. Still, you're excited to see his new journeys of what awaits him in the future. As far as yourselves, well, still got plenty to go. You need to find better clues to find out where Lavender is. The party might have bought themselves some time, but it's not a guarantee that they can find him before the chain, and you need to act quickly. Now that Lavender is a dread alongside the party, it comes with some certain benefits of protection against any infections. That being the case, there's still a lot of potential future problems ahead. Whatever that may take, whatever shape it may bring you, looks like you'll be doing so together. Lavender, you're not exactly certain what comes next for you. As you mentioned, being an adversary to Ben is better than being dead. Still, how you feel about that is, well, only Lavender would know. But for now, although it feels like you guys are on a time crunch and uh, you need to go find your friends, you take the time to enjoy the moment, to celebrate in the memory of your friend Tolstomir and give him a proper fare thee well, a good send off. And that would be enough, even just for today. That that is where I'll end today's session.
Alrighty.
Just runs it up.
That was a good session. I like that.
Yeah, that was great.
And the
I went to fun places.
the music fits so well.
Hmm.
I
That was
do
a
really like.
perfect track.
Oh my god, it's one of my favorite tracks. Yeah, I hope you guys liked that session. I was like, yeah, fuck it, might as well ball. I got off of work. I was like, oh god, I gotta get home. I'm gonna start the session. I'm so incredibly late. Um, I'm glad. I hope you guys liked the session, and it sounds like it was good.
Yeah, that was great.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad everyone has. I know everyone is adjusting to everything. Trust me, it's so. I'm still adjusting to my stuff too. I guarantee you, because next week I don't have next Saturday off. Instead of a morning or a PM shift, I am midday shift. I'm like,
Oh God.
fun.
I wouldn't have been able to
So,
join anyway. We're celebrating my
oh,
nibbling's birthday that day.
hey, lit. We'll
Turning
tell you
18.
nibblings. Happy birthday. Oh
Mhm.
God, 18.
Ye-
Wow. Um, time
I
is
don't know
weird.
how many Saturdays I'll be having free now because I have a. When I start, they might have overtimes on there. They often do, I was told. So
Mm,
Hmm.
I will
Fair
be
yeah.
enough.
Being adults
scheduling.
are hard.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll still have my Saturdays, but like work is going to be exploding me for the
crazy.
next month, so I'm gonna be exhausted
I
and
totally get it. I'll try to get everybody together as soon as possible. I do apologize. The only thing I'm just asking is, like, just hit me up as soon as possible. Like, even if I didn't ask yet, if you know you're not going to be able to make it, or like, even if I before I even ask, I'm like, hey, I don't think I can come this week. I'm like, cool, because that'll help me immensely. Because I actually didn't know until today. I was like, are we playing a game today? Um, and then I was like, okay, guess we're playing. So it would be helpful. To just quick shoot me a quick yes, no, sorry. That would be helpful.
We need to make
yeah,
like a team calendar in Google Docs or something.
right.
You're like, what day can the team play?
Mhm.
I was very excited to get this game going because I was like, well, can't do any combat, don't got that prepared, but might as well do some role play, a lot of it. Um, but well, you know,
All right.
which
I gotta
yeah.
bounce. So I got an early
Bye,
drive
bye,
tomorrow.
Muse.
So good night.
Yep.
Have
Thank
a
you for
good
the session.
night. No
You
Good
later.
worries.
night.
Night.
Bye.
Thank you for the session. This was good.
By the way, and then you have to go too, right, Trish?
Uh, yeah, I'm not in an urgent rush. Uh,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
I
I
definitely.
knew
am.
I
I'm
would
gonna
start
pass out.
crashing around 8:30, and sure enough, I did.
Fair enough. Yeah, sorry guys. I know you guys are tired. I hope you guys are okay.
Yeah.
No worries. I'm worried about you. We're all being. We all
Yeah,
deal.
I'm being abused. Uh,
Dear, get out.
yeah.
Get out.
Uh,
Get
I,
out.
I gotta do one thing at a time, but
I am
uh
ending the